Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to Audiobook Offices. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps us out and lets us know you want to see more content like this. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications by clicking that bell icon. This way, you'll never miss an update from us. Also, feel free to share this video with your friends and family. Sharing is caring, and we appreciate your support in spreading the word about our channel. How to analyze people, how to read anyone like a book. Introduction. Imagine if you could read people as easily as you read a book. You'd uncover their true feelings and intentions, eliminating misunderstandings and deceit. While mind reading isn't possible, this book offers you a pathway to understanding others more deeply. Here, you'll find essential techniques for interpreting body language, facial expressions, tone of voice, and various other signals that can reveal what someone might be concealing. Though it might seem challenging to discern what others are hiding, this difficulty often stems from not knowing which cues to observe. With the right knowledge, reading people can become surprisingly straightforward. Professionals such as FBI profilers, police officers, hiring managers, and dating coaches are skilled at understanding character without needing explicit information. They don't possess extraordinary abilities. They've simply honed techniques that you, too, can master. This guide aims to elevate your skills in reading others to a level comparable to that of a seasoned profiler. To begin, it's crucial to identify key behavioral cues, or tells, that can indicate deception or unspoken thoughts. For instance, contradictions between a person's words and their body language are significant indicators, while eye contact and fidgeting can provide insights into their emotional state. Moreover, people often reveal a great deal through what they say. By actively listening and fully engaging with their words, you can gather valuable insights. Equally important is creating an environment that encourages openness. By exuding warmth and empathy, you can make others feel comfortable enough to share their thoughts with you. This book will explore a variety of approaches to reading people, from self-reflection to careful observation. You might wonder why honing this skill is essential. Understanding those around you can lead to numerous benefits that simplify your life. For example, becoming more attuned to the emotions of friends and partners can enhance your relationships. You'll be better equipped to recognize when someone is upset or needs support. Additionally, being adept at reading intentions helps you avoid negative encounters. While some individuals may disguise their harmful nature, you'll learn to see through their facades, protecting yourself from potential harm. Conversely, you'll also be able to identify trustworthy individuals, enriching your social circle and improving your dating experiences. In the workplace, this skill is invaluable. If you work in sales or customer service, being able to gauge customer satisfaction can significantly enhance your effectiveness. Understanding colleagues and supervisors fosters better collaboration and communication. Your family relationships will benefit too. By recognizing the emotional states of family members, you can prevent misunderstandings and reduce unnecessary conflicts. This increased empathy will be appreciated by those closest to you. Even in public spaces, being attuned to the intentions of those around you can enhance your safety. Recognizing signs of potential threats is crucial for personal security. Mastering the art of reading people is an essential life skill that can greatly improve your social interactions. So why wait? Let's embark on this journey together, starting with the insights and strategies presented in this book. Chapter 1. Unlocking the secrets of people reading. Clear your mind. When it comes to reading people, several factors can cloud your judgment. Biases, feelings of intimidation, and even attraction can lead you to overlook your instincts and misinterpret someone's true nature. For example, you might find yourself admiring someone's harsh behavior if you hold them in high regard, while the same actions may seem contemptible if your opinion of them is low. It's essential to approach people without letting personal biases distort your perception. Attraction, particularly in the case of younger, attractive individuals, can cause skewed judgments. People often excuse disrespectful behavior in those they find appealing, hoping to win their favor. Remember, there are many attractive individuals in the world. Fixating on one can lead you to ignore red flags. Focus on character and behavior separately from appearance. Similarly, a person's status or job might impress you, but don't let that admiration blind you to their flaws. Often, people reach high positions through questionable means. It's important to evaluate someone's character independently of their status. Your own emotional state can also distort your perceptions. When you're feeling down, you might judge others more harshly, or conversely be overly receptive to kindness, making you susceptible to manipulation. Be cautious. Those who seek to exploit your vulnerabilities can be very adept at doing so. If you've experienced emotional trauma, such as a divorce or breakup, it's common to develop biases against the gender involved. While it's natural to carry scars, it's vital not to generalize. Approach new individuals with an open mind, assessing them on their own merits rather than projecting past experiences onto them. Look beyond behavior. Many people fall into the trap of judging solely based on observable behavior, which can lead to misunderstandings. Behavior alone often fails to reveal the complexities of a person's inner struggles. It's essential to consider context, mood, and individual biases when evaluating someone. People can easily mask their true selves behind a facade. Many notorious individuals, for example, lead seemingly normal lives while hiding severe internal flaws. These extreme cases highlight how outward behavior can be misleading, underscoring the need for caution in your assessments. Establish a baseline. To effectively read someone, it's helpful to establish a baseline of their typical behavior. Pay attention to the habits and mannerisms that are characteristic of the person over time. This baseline helps you recognize when something seems off. Professionals, like FBI profilers, can often determine this within seconds of meeting someone. If you don't have time to observe someone, look for unusual behaviors that stand out. These could signal something significant, like deception or emotional distress. If possible, ask those familiar with the person if the behavior seems typical. If you can't gather outside input, trust your instincts but avoid relying solely on behavior for judgment. You can start establishing a baseline by simply asking how someone is doing and observing their reactions. Note their quirks. Do they fidget, speak quickly? Use specific tones or gestures. The more you engage, the clearer their typical behaviors will become. Interpret initial reactions. First encounters can be tense, and a person's initial reaction reveals much about their self-image and feelings toward others. This reaction can highlight insecurities or indicate how they present themselves to the world. Understanding these initial cues will help you navigate interactions and set expectations for your relationship with them as it develops. Negativity from the outset is another red flag. Toxic individuals who consistently bring others down can drain your energy and create a hostile atmosphere. Similarly, if someone starts gossiping about others upon meeting you, it may indicate a tendency toward chronic gossiping, which is not a healthy trait. While positivity and enthusiasm can be refreshing, excessive bragging can signal insecurity. A little enthusiasm is encouraging, but over-the-top behavior often masks deeper issues. Confident individuals who introduce themselves, maintain eye contact, and engage meaningfully are generally secure in themselves. Such people tend to possess good social skills and can make reliable friends or colleagues. While it's essential to be cautious of those who are overly charming, someone who displays genuine confidence is typically a positive presence. Asking the right questions. To truly understand someone, don't hesitate to ask questions about their life. A good conversationalist will often share insights about themselves voluntarily. However, if they don't offer the information you seek, be direct in your inquiries. Avoid vague questions to prevent miscommunication. Clarity is crucial in adult conversations. You want to strike a balance, avoid overwhelming them with rapid-fire questions or prying into overly personal matters. Instead, ask general, socially appropriate questions whenever there's a lull in the conversation. As you listen to their responses, pay attention to any inconsistencies. If their body language, tone, or eye contact deviates from what you've established as their baseline behavior, it could indicate discomfort or dishonesty. You can decide whether to shift the topic or delve deeper based on your goals for the interaction. The importance of word choice. A person's language reveals much about their feelings and mindset. Pay attention to key phrases that can shed light on their intentions and emotional state. The way someone speaks upon first meeting can provide significant insights into their character. For example, harsh or aggressive language might signal anger or aggression, which is concerning in a first encounter. Vague wording can suggest a passive-aggressive nature, indicating difficulty in being direct or owning up to issues. Such individuals may deflect responsibility rather than confront problems. Another troubling sign is someone who excessively apologizes or takes the blame for everything, suggesting insecurity and a tendency to internalize blame. Conversely, someone who frequently boasts about their achievements may be compensating for feelings of inadequacy or exhibiting narcissism. Watch out for overly critical language, which often points to perfectionism or excessive judgment. This trait is unlikely to improve over time. Most individuals use I language, which is normal, but those who employ more we terms often indicate a collaborative mindset. Someone who focuses on you might be genuinely interested in you, or, conversely, may be attempting to manipulate you. Look for cues in their questions. If they seem genuinely interested in your preferences, it's a good sign. However, if they probe too deeply or use flattery to ingratiate themselves, it may indicate ulterior motives. Vague language can be a significant red flag. If someone avoids straightforward answers or uses confusing terminology, they may be attempting to obscure the truth. Trust your instincts and stay alert to these subtle cues as you navigate new relationships. The power of what's left. Unsaid research indicates that a staggering 93% of human communication is nonverbal. Given the significance of this topic, I've dedicated an entire chapter to exploring how to interpret tonality, body language, eye contact, and other nonverbal signals. By paying attention to what isn't explicitly stated, you can uncover a wealth of insight about others. For more on this, continue to Chapter 4. Chapter 2. Enhancing your listening skills. Improving your listening skills is essential for understanding others. Communication can often fall short, with people inadvertently misrepresenting their needs and desires. By honing your listening abilities, you can pick up on subtle hints and develop a clearer understanding of what others are trying to convey. As you become a more attentive listener, people will feel encouraged to share more with you, making you a trusted confidant and a valuable source of information. Cultivate a caring presence. When you project genuine care, others are more likely to trust you and feel comfortable opening up. To create this atmosphere, it's crucial to appear approachable and engaged. Your body language plays a key role. Lean in slightly, maintain eye contact, and nod occasionally to show you're listening. While crossing your legs can signal comfort, avoid crossing your arms, as this can create a barrier. Aim for an open posture with your chest facing the speaker to demonstrate your attentiveness. Showing genuine interest is vital. Nodding and using affirming sounds can help. Contribute your own thoughts minimally to keep the conversation centered on the other person. Resist the urge to shift the focus onto yourself. This will enhance your reputation as a good listener. The art of mirroring. One effective way to make someone feel at ease is through mirroring their physical cues. Subtly mimicking their movements, like leaning or adjusting your posture, can create a sense of comfort and connection. If you can synchronize your breathing with theirs, it further enhances this effect. People may not consciously recognize why they feel comfortable around you, but this technique can help foster a welcoming environment. Ask engaging questions and encourage the other person to share more about themselves by asking thoughtful questions. Since most people enjoy discussing their lives, inquiring about their interests or experiences can keep the conversation flowing. If they express passion about a topic, dive deeper with more questions, as this invites them to open up further. Always aim for natural pauses to insert your inquiries, avoiding a rapid-fire approach that could feel like an interrogation. Instead of trying to guess what someone is thinking, ask directly for clarification when something isn't clear. This avoids misunderstandings and shows your desire to engage sincerely. Minimize distractions. To truly connect with someone, it's crucial to eliminate distractions. Set aside your phone, avoid watching TV, and focus entirely on the person speaking to you. This not only shows you value their words, but also helps you retain information better and respond more thoughtfully. Summarize key points. After a conversation, it can be beneficial to briefly recap what was discussed. This not only reinforces your understanding, but also demonstrates that you were actively listening. A concise summary shows that you value the interaction and helps clarify any points of confusion. Pay attention to the unspeakable. Much of communication occurs nonverbally. Look for subtle signs like pauses, body language shifts, and changes in tone. If you sense something unspoken, gently inquire if everything is okay. If they choose not to elaborate, respect their boundaries, but stay attuned to their nonverbal cues for further insights. Avoid premature conclusions. Refrain from jumping ahead in the conversation. Anticipating what someone will say can lead to misunderstandings. Instead, listen fully before formulating your response, ensuring your replies are relevant and informed. Be mindful of interruptions. Interrupting can dismiss what someone is saying and may lead to frustration. Wait for an appropriate moment to speak, but if the conversation turns emotional or someone is making a questionable choice, it may be necessary to interject with care. Assess when to contribute. There are moments when silence is powerful. Allowing someone to speak freely can create a safe space for them to express themselves. However, in more interactive conversations, it's essential to contribute. Look for natural breaks to add your thoughts without monopolizing the discussion. Commit to memory. Remembering key points from conversations is a vital aspect of listening. If you can recall details later, it demonstrates attentiveness and can enrich your interactions. While it's easier to remember what you care about, employing strategies can aid your memory. Imagine relaying the conversation to someone else. This can help retain details. Visualizing key points or associating them with strong images can also be effective. Pay attention to the emotional tones of discussions, as feelings often make memories stick more firmly. For smaller details like birthdays, consider jotting them down while they're fresh. Using your phone to note these can show you value the information, reinforcing your connection with the other person. Chapter 3. Interpreting People for Insights. Initial impressions. Initial impressions often hold significant truth. Trust your instincts, as your subconscious can pick up on cues that your conscious mind might overlook. Typically, your first impression about someone is correct, even if you later try to rationalize doubts or negative feelings. For example, you might meet someone you want to befriend and feel that they aren't very nice, yet you decide to overlook your instinct because others like them. Over time, you may discover that your initial assessment was accurate. In high-stakes situations like business or speed dating, rely on those first impressions, as they can guide your decisions effectively. Warning signs. Certain behaviors signal that someone may be toxic. Recognizing these red flags can help you avoid negative influences in your life. Don't rationalize or excuse these traits. They often point to deeper emotional issues. Quick to anger. Individuals who easily succumb to anger often have underlying issues. Signs include a history of violent outbursts, aggressive body language, or frequent mentions of conflict. If someone reacts with disproportionate anger over minor inconveniences, it's best to steer clear. Blame game. People who consistently blame others for their problems are typically playing the victim. They'll recount tales of betrayal or misfortune, attributing their woes to everyone but themselves. This mindset indicates an unwillingness to take responsibility, making them likely to one day direct their accusations at you. Constant negativity. Individuals who are perpetually negative can drain your energy. They often focus solely on the negative aspects of life, making every conversation feel heavy. Spending too much time with such a person can lead to your own feelings of despair, as they seem unable to see the brighter side of any situation. Gossip and duplicity. While gossip can be common among acquaintances, it becomes a concern when someone leads with it. If a new acquaintance spends your first conversation discussing others negatively, be cautious. This behavior often reveals a two-faced nature, indicating that they'll gossip about you as well. Stay guarded around individuals like this, as they can distort your perceptions of others. Lack of empathy. People who derive amusement from the misfortunes of others or fail to show compassion can be particularly dangerous. They might laugh at someone's mistakes or dismiss serious issues with callous remarks. Such individuals often exhibit traits of sociopathy and should be avoided. Understanding motivations. What drives them? People's motivations can reveal their desires and intentions. Listen for what they frequently discuss, whether it's relationships, financial success, or social interactions, to gain insights into what they seek from life and from you. If your goals align, a relationship could be beneficial. Otherwise, it might be wise to distance yourself. What boosts their ego? Notice. What makes someone's ego thrive? Some are motivated by accolades or material success, while others might seek validation through social interactions. Understanding what feeds their self-esteem can help you gauge their confidence levels. A fragile ego often leads to poor decisions driven by insecurity, while a healthy ego reflects a stable and reliable person. Sources of stress. Observing what stresses someone out can be illuminating. Frequent complaints about family issues, work, or social situations indicate what they find challenging. Recognizing these stressors allows you to navigate interactions more sensitively, making it easier to avoid pitfalls in both personal and professional relationships. Sources of joy. People will often reveal what brings them happiness in conversations. Pay attention to what lights them up, whether it's a specific topic or activity. Knowing what pleases them can enhance your connections, whether as a friend, partner, or colleague. Behavior under stress. How someone manages stress reveals much about their character. If they crumble or lash out in tough situations, they may not be reliable during hardships. Conversely, someone who maintains composure is likely a trustworthy companion in difficult times. Understanding these traits helps you decide who to keep close in both personal and professional realms. Chapter 4. The Unspoken. understanding facial expressions and body language leaning in and away. When someone leans toward you, it's generally a positive sign of interest or attraction. This indicates they're engaged and listening. Conversely, if their torso is turned away, it suggests discomfort or stress, possibly due to what you're saying or their own feelings. This distance can also occur if they receive distressing news or encounter something upsetting. Observing hand movements. Pay close attention to a person's hands. They can reveal much about their emotional state. Fidgeting, such as nail picking or shifting in a seat, often signals anxiety or discomfort. Smoothing gestures may indicate deception, while clenched fists typically suggest aggression. Fidgeting and self-soothing. Fidgeting can indicate emotional turmoil, whether stemming from the conversation or personal issues. Look for pacifying gestures like rubbing areas of the body, which suggest someone is trying to comfort themselves. For example, if someone rubs their forehead while discussing work, it may indicate underlying stress despite their words. Touching the neck can signify vulnerability or fear, a gesture to be wary of, especially in women around potentially abusive partners. Decoding facial expressions. Facial expressions are often involuntary and reveal a person's true emotions. A clenched jaw or furrowed brow indicates distress or irritation, suggesting deeper issues beneath a calm exterior. Brief smiles can signal genuine pleasure or, disturbingly, sadistic enjoyment in inappropriate contexts, hinting at a lack of empathy. Long-term expressions. Over time, repeated facial expressions can create permanent lines, reflecting a person's emotional landscape. Depressed individuals may have frown lines, while those who are generally happy will show laugh lines. Similarly, critical people often exhibit furrowed brows from frequent disgust. The role of silence. Long pauses or throat clearing can indicate hesitation or contemplation. This silence can either feel uncomfortable or comfortable, guiding the direction of the conversation. Trust your instincts about the vibe. If it feels uneasy, it likely indicates tension. Eye contact insights. Eyes provide crucial insights into emotions and intentions. Closing eyes can signify deep thought or difficulty discussing a topic. A lack of eye contact often suggests discomfort, not necessarily deceit. Conversely, excessive eye contact may indicate someone is trying too hard to connect or is hiding something. Pupil reactions. Pupil dilation often signifies interest or attraction, while constriction can indicate displeasure or emotional withdrawal. Observing these changes can provide additional context in various interactions. Breathing patterns. Breathing can reflect a person's emotional state, with calm individuals exhibiting steady breath and anxious ones showing rapid breathing. While various factors can affect breathing, sharp inhales suggest surprise, and heavy exhales often indicate defeat or distress. Walking styles. A person's gait reveals much about their confidence. Confident individuals walk with purpose, their heads held high, while those lacking confidence tend to shrink, shoulders hunched. Happiness often manifests in a bouncy stride, whereas anger can be evident through tense, rigid movements. Observing these cues can help you better understand the emotions of those around you. Chapter 5. Uncovering Hidden Intentions. Detecting Deceit. Imagine if you could instantly recognize when someone is lying. By learning to spot certain behaviors, you can significantly enhance your ability to discern truth from falsehood. Recognizing lies not only empowers you but also encourages honesty and accountability in your relationships. Unfortunately, lying is common, even among those closest to us. Studies show that partners often lie more than anyone else. From harmless white lies to significant deceptions, those we trust can sometimes mislead us. Understanding this tendency is crucial. You deserve honesty and respect in all interactions. Behavioral changes from baseline. One of the strongest indicators of deception is a notable shift in a person's typical behavior. When their gestures, body language, eye contact, and tone diverge from the norm, it's a signal that something may be amiss. If someone is acting unusually, it's often because they are not being truthful. Voice and tension. A person who is nervous or under emotional strain may exhibit a shaky voice. Crafting a direct lie can be challenging for many, causing them to speak less confidently and more hesitantly. Sweating and stress. Lying can be a stressful endeavor, leading to physical symptoms like sweating. If you notice someone becoming visibly perspired, especially on their forehead or temples, it could indicate they are lying. Frequent attempts to wipe away sweat may further suggest discomfort with their dishonesty. Grooming and self-soothing actions. Individuals who feel guilty about their lies may engage in grooming behaviors to soothe themselves. This can include adjusting clothing, picking at nails, or fixing their hair, particularly while engaged in conversation with you. Such actions may signal that they are more focused on their anxiety than on your discussion. Additionally, organizing or tidying their surroundings during a conversation may reflect their internal disarray as they attempt to construct a believable story. Inconsistent signals. When someone's verbal messages don't align with their nonverbal cues, it raises red flags. For example, if a person claims to be happy while exhibiting slumped shoulders, their body language contradicts their words, suggesting deceit. Look for these inconsistencies to identify potential dishonesty. Shifts in tense. Typically, people narrate events in the past tense. If someone unexpectedly shifts to the present tense while telling a story, it may indicate they're fabricating details on the spot. Such shifts can signal that the narrative is less than truthful. Vague language liars often struggle with directness, leading to ambiguous or evasive language. For instance, if someone deflects responsibility by saying, "I swear the door got locked," without directly claiming they did it, they might be attempting to distance themselves from accountability. Honest individuals tend to communicate more straightforwardly. Softening language. To minimize the perceived severity of their actions, liars often choose softer language. They might say taken instead of stolen, or stepped out instead of cheated. This strategy is a way to deflect blame and mitigate the emotional impact of their actions. Defensiveness. When confronted, a liar may react defensively, attempting to manipulate your feelings and make you question your judgment. Watch for phrases like, "Why would I lie?" or "You know me, I'm not a liar." In contrast, honest individuals typically express their sincerity more straightforwardly, saying things like, "I am being honest." Sharp exhales. A sharp exhale can signal emotional distress, often linked to feelings of guilt. If someone exhales sharply when confronted, it may indicate they are hiding something. Patterns of behavior. While individual actions can be misleading, clusters of behaviors provide stronger indicators of dishonesty. Look for multiple signs of deceit rather than relying on a single cue. Recognizing manipulation. Manipulative individuals often exhibit traits rooted in emotional immaturity or a lack of empathy. They may engage in games or tactics rather than communicate openly. Understanding this behavior is crucial. You deserve healthy, respectful interactions, and it's essential to identify manipulative tendencies to protect yourself. Flattery and dependence. Manipulators often use flattery to create a sense of dependency, making you feel like you need them for your happiness. This insincere praise may feel off, so be cautious of those who are overly charming. Excessive generosity. Be wary of someone who offers numerous small favors shortly after meeting you. This behavior can indicate an attempt to create a sense of obligation, positioning you to repay their kindness in the future. Using threats. Manipulators might instill fear to maintain control, suggesting you are unworthy of love or companionship outside their influence. This tactic is designed to ensure you feel trapped in the relationship. Creating drama. By stirring up drama, a manipulator aims to coerce you into submission. This strategy can also isolate you from friends and family, making you more vulnerable to their influence. Exploiting guilt. Manipulators are skilled at making others feel guilty, using this powerful emotion to achieve their goals. If someone frequently evokes feelings of guilt or inadequacy, they may be manipulating you. Unreasonable behavior. Some manipulators resort to childish outbursts, sulking, or acting out to get their way. This behavior can make you uncomfortable and pressure you into compliance. Indirect communication. Manipulators often avoid direct confrontation, instead expressing dissatisfaction through third parties. This indirect method allows them to avoid accountability while still making their feelings known. Dishonesty and blame shifting. If someone repeatedly lies to you or deflects blame onto you for their actions, it's a clear sign of manipulation. They will skillfully evade responsibility, making it difficult for you to hold them accountable. By recognizing these signs and patterns, you can protect yourself from manipulation and foster healthier, more transparent relationships. Chapter 6. Decoding Life Clues, Understanding People Beyond First Impressions. Reading someone's character requires more than just observing their behavior during an initial meeting. First encounters can often be misleading, as people tend to present their best selves. By examining someone's behavior over time and considering their past, you can gain valuable insights into their true personality. The importance of past behavior. Getting to know someone involves uncovering patterns in their behavior and hearing their stories. Generally, people are inclined to share details about their past, which can reveal a lot about who they are. A history marked by unsuccessful relationships or multiple divorces may indicate that a person struggles with communication and emotional sensitivity. Such patterns suggest they might not learn from their past mistakes. Additionally, a long list of adversaries could signal a difficult personality prone to betrayal. Reckless financial habits, such as overspending or accumulating debt, also highlight poor judgment and an inability to manage their life effectively. Frequent legal troubles, such as fights or other misdemeanors, can indicate impulsivity and emotional instability. If someone consistently cancels plans or lacks follow-through, it raises doubts about their reliability in both personal and professional commitments. Pay special attention to individuals with children from multiple partners, as this often reflects a significant lack of responsibility and commitment. While it's true that people can change, a pattern of repeated behavior is a strong indicator that someone has not learned from their past. Even if they claim to have grown, their actions may tell a different story. Look for patterns of repeated mistakes, particularly recent ones, which can reveal a lack of genuine change. Assessing reputation, while hearsay can be unreliable, observing how others perceive someone can provide useful insights. Rumors can be misleading, often fueled by personal grudges. However, if multiple individuals voice similar concerns about someone, it's wise to take notice. A consistent reputation is usually built over time through repeated actions. If someone has a negative reputation among various people, it's likely that they will behave similarly toward you. Conversely, a good reputation often indicates honesty and kindness. Nevertheless, be cautious. Some individuals may cleverly hide their true nature behind a facade of respectability. Trust your instincts. Just because someone is well-liked doesn't mean they are trustworthy. Even those who appear to be exemplary citizens may harbor troubling secrets beneath their polished exterior. Conclusion. You now have the tools to read people effectively, simplifying your interactions and enhancing your life. Understanding others cultivates empathy, enabling you to recognize their feelings and respond compassionately. This heightened sensitivity will improve your relationships as a partner, parent, friend, and family member. Moreover, the ability to read people helps you identify those with harmful intentions. By recognizing potentially negative influences early on, you can protect yourself from emotional distress and prevent toxic relationships from developing. With your newfound skills, you'll be better equipped to choose friends and partners who genuinely care for you and can treat you well. You'll be able to select individuals with positive track records leading to healthier and more fulfilling connections in your life. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Let's keep growing this amazing community together.